It's Friday, so it's video day, and today it's going to be kind of a little bit different for you because we're going to talk about, do you have trouble finishing what you start? Think about it. What does your work table look like? In a minute you're going to get to see mine, and you're going to get to see that an issue among many artists is that we sometimes are so overwhelmed with ideas that we start a whole bunch of stuff. It's all in different stages of progress, but because of certain mental traps, we get stalled out, we get behind, we procrastinate, we miss our deadlines, and we miss opportunities. Not good. How do I know? Been there, done that. Missed a lot of opportunities because of this. So a couple of ladies at the Bisou Boutiques Creative Group recently took the bull by the horns. And they got to recognize that this was a common thread among artists, a common issue, finishing what we start. We love to buy components, but we need to be using them to make ourselves profitable as artists and to have a feeling of accomplishment. So Judy Jones-King and Marcia Tazzolino came up with ideas that we are practicing at the Bisou Boutiques Creative Group. And of course, you're welcome to come over and join us if you'd like. The first one is Worktable Wednesday. And if you go to Pinterest, in fact, I'll put links in the description of this video. Worktable Wednesday, everybody who feels like it at the Bisou Group shows what's on their work table. And then we have Finish Up Friday. And what they do is they choose something from that work table and they go ahead and they get her done. And then they show it. So we have a little gifty every week for Worktable Wednesday. And then Judy and Marcia are sponsoring for the next 4 months a gift certificate to Bisou Boutiques. They're doing it. Your peers are doing it to help people get motivated to finish what they start. And so then everybody who finishes something can post it on the Bisou Boutiques Creative Group. It's going to go onto a Pinterest album so that it goes out there to the universe. If you get me a good clear photo and you're using my stuff, it's going to go into my gallery of inspiration, which goes on my new website. We may even represent product with your picture, with your permission. A lot of ways it can go. Promotes you, promotes me, and we all get her done. And that's what we want to do, is get her done. We don't want to fall into these traps of not getting things done. Another thing I wanted to mention this week before we get started, and I show you this mess over here, because it's a mess. It's like my head, it's a mess. As a lot of you know that comedian Joan Rivers passed away yesterday. I didn't know her, I've never met her, but I always admired one special thing about her. In fact, that's why I'm wearing this necklace today. This is a Joan Rivers piece. It's one of the first ones that she did for QVC back in the late 80s. She was going through a rough time in her life, and so instead of letting this all or nothing thinking come in and invade her life and stop her up with sadness, she just took another route, did Plan B, and she became a really good jewelry designer. This piece looks like the day I bought it. It's made in the United States. It's got German glass cushion cut stone in it, and it's got top shelf plating. I bought this piece for retail. I did not pick it out of a bargain lot because I saw her process, and I always admired it, and I always followed it, and that's what I always liked about her. And I'm wearing this today because of her and how she influenced me to keep going. She lost her husband, she lost her career several times. Things did not go her way many times in her career. So you can leave the sarcastic humor out and all the cosmetic surgery and all that, and you can think what you want to of it, but that woman had drive, and we can learn from her drive. So let's finish up something. Let's finish something we start. Make it a goal to finish something. every time you go into your workshop, even if it's something simple. Don't think big over the top, think finish something. So come on over to this side. I'm going to show you this unholy mess, and we're going to finish something. So I told you it was awful.
That is awful.
Hey, Donna's here.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Donna, wave. Put your hand in there. Hi.
Everybody.
Donna's here. Anyway, this is not, you know, I clean my mess up. That's why it takes so much prep time every week I do these videos, because I clean my mess up. But this is not out of line for
No,
me.
I bet anyone.
You know, I've got a bunch. What I've got here is I don't even. This is just empty. I think
you ate a sandwich off that.
No. I was spray painting on
I'm
that.
kidding.
Okay, this is a bunch of polymer clay beads that I made. I don't know how long ago, and why I didn't do anything with them. It's like I fell into this all or nothing thinking type trap of like, I don't think I really like these colors, and who would buy that color, and blah 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 blah. Actually, this stuff isn't that bad. It could be fiddled around and made into a very nice organic design, but I just never could get into it, so I ain't doing it today.
I like
Not that that's good thinking, but I'm not. I'm not doing. And then, this morning, Donna and I, we decided that we decided that we deserved to go junking a little bit.
We deserved it. We did.
So I went and I bought these wonderful old pearl buttons.
I just like the
Which just I love old pearl buttons. They are my favorite thing. So I got these, and so I started kind of getting. Now these are just acrylic. I started getting derailed on these buttons, and I realized, you know what, I'm not going to get anything done. I mean, if I mess with this, I'd like to save this for someday, and we're going to do some button jewelry videos, and I think you guys will like that. So this is for another day. I'm just kind of making some sense of this mess. So here we got two. No, this isn't it. This is one. And this is bows from last week. Remember the charm string necklace? I didn't do anything with those yet. And I have had this jangle of fire polished beads for probably 10 years, and so they've done everything. And there's a whole bag of those lovely, lovely ceramic roses, which I will do some. There's just beads that I can grab. So I might do something with this today. I don't know. And then I got my handy dandy thing of Spectra beads. You guys know about Spectra beads? We just got them back in stock here the other day. If you don't ever use Spectra beads, you should come over to bsuboutiques.com, where we really do have the good stuff.
We do.
And get some Spectra beads, because they're not expensive and they're glass, and they just add a lot to your design. So I've got them here ready, and then I've got all this stuff here, and you guys might have seen some of this in some of my blogs and stuff. Well, here we did this here the other week, and then here's another one that didn't get started, and here's, well, we did this one the other week too, where I took the heart and cut it apart, and I never did nothing with that. I don't know, maybe put an earring in it, I don't know. And then I did this. In fact, this is on the website somewhere. I got this far, and then I had put a chain on this. Javi did the little writing with the wire and did love it. I just like, I can't figure what I want on this. And then here I have one of those hand flower necklaces, but I've decided I don't like it as a hand flower anymore. I'm thinking it might make a better necklace. So I'm thinking, well, I'll take this part off here and this part off up here and add something. So that'd probably be a pretty easy thing to finish. You know what? I'm going to set that aside on my Spectra beads, and I'm going to try to finish that this weekend, but I don't know if that's what I want to finish it. And then I have this, which I really love, but I love it so much I don't want to just rush through it. I want to wait till I find just the right seam. And then I've got these really cool polymer clay head pins that I made. I can't wait to make more of these, but I don't want to use them today. I've got some beautiful old moon glow. You ever see moon glow lucite? It's from the 50s. Wonderful stuff. And these need restrung, so I don't feel bad to cut them up, but they don't really go with this, so no, I'm not going to do that. So, well, I guess I'll set this up here. I'm kind of getting tripped up, huh, Donna?
I can hear that you are.
I'm kind of getting discouraged already.
Would it be okay to mention something that I'm observing?
I'll pull that out. Well, yeah, go ahead and mention something.
Here's something that might be really
I'm getting
good.
disgusted.
Oh, don't get disgusted. That's negative self-talk. I don't know if you've heard about that before. I know you have, Brenda, but something that might benefit everyone that has trouble with finishing up things is just to get online and understand what the 10 cognitive traps are.
Ooh, psycho
What
speak.
could that be?
Psycho speak.
We're going to talk about 2 of them today.
Yeah, 2 is all you can take.
And I'm going to define those 2 so that when we talk about it, they make sense to you.
Okay.
Okay, Brenda, 1 is all or nothing thinking, and you mentioned that.
Yeah, all or nothing.
Okay, this is the definition. You see things in black or white categories. If a situation is anything less than perfect, you see it as a total failure. How often do we do that? We've got something really good going on, and because we're just a little bit stuck,
This
we
is
don't.
a
Perfect
case.
example.
This is a perfect
That's
example.
awesome.
I loved this photo and how this came out. For me, as a polymer clay artist, this was probably better work because I am not real accomplished like some of the girls out there. And so this is my style, my way. I didn't follow anything. This is just, and I love how it came out. I truly do. But I made my holes a little too deep in, so trying to get jump rings in there. And then I wanted to have this little pearly thing hang down the back, and I had just a terrible time getting it to lay the way I wanted. And I just, you know what I wanted to do? That's what I wanted to do.
Get that back over here.
That's what I wanted to do.
No.
I didn't want to finish it.
That's a mental filter, Brenda. You picked out a single negative detail and dwelled on it exclusively. 1 word of criticism erases all the praise that you received or that you even gave yourself just now.
Yeah,
you like
because
that.
I did. I like
You
that.
like that. So you had a little trouble.
I like it. In fact, I was so proud because I made this little face with a mold. And it was like
remember.
so easy. No Amico mold.
It looks nice.
But she's not smiling in the mold, so I took my pick thing out. I don't know where it is. It's in here someplace. This thing, and I took it and I just took inside and I just pulled the clay out.
Well, that's
so
a
that
good
she'd be
idea.
smiling.
You fixed that. That's really nice.
Yeah, and I mean, and I thought, for me, this is good clay work. This is like the beginning of a new body of work.
Well,
And I did the perfect pearls on it and all that, and I thought, this is, but I just can't.
You kind of got blocked with
Well,
some
I
mental
just,
block.
it's like I love this so good. It's like, what can be good enough to go with it? I don't want it, but do I really need something that
Why don't you
good?
try a few things? Lay it down there and just try a few things. Don't get hooked up on something.
All right, let's see what can I do. Well, we got to get it over here so they can see.
Yeah.
It's bad enough all we're doing is yakking this week, let alone we don't even show
Well,
them nothing,
We're suffering with them. They
Well,
need to know
you
they're
know what?
not alone.
Not every video can be about, here's a whole new thing. You need to examine yourself sometimes because your head is part of the process, okay? And this is a very common thread among artists. We buy all this stuff, and believe me, I love it when you come to my place, beatsandboutiques.com, and you buy stuff. But I have known people, literally, to buy box upon box upon box of components from me and sit there and stare at them and never do anything with them because they think they can't, or they just think they're not good enough, and they talk themselves plumb out of it, but they love buying the stuff. You gotta make something. Okay, so I'm gonna make something. Good or bad, I'm gonna make something out of this thing. And you know what? I might make something and then add something else to it later,
Yeah. But you're
Like-
trying.
Joan Williams from Little Ruby, she had this really cute necklace on the creative group this week where she took chain and just a little bit of pretty old crochet.
I think I saw that. I was
Yeah.
looking at night at all
In
that.
fact, this morning we was out junking, we was up at Linda's
Yeah.
junk hole there
Yeah.
up at Negley. She doesn't call it that, she calls it a company store.
We shouldn't call it that.
Yeah,
I
we
guess,
shouldn't call it
online.
that, but it's a wonderment of junk.
It's fabulous.
It's fabulous. If you come here, I'll take you. Anyway, so I was looking for some trims, and I was hoping to find something like Joan had, and I did find some fabulous stuff, but I didn't find anything.
I
quite-
found a honey pot.
Yeah, you found a honey pot, but that isn't going to help you make jewelry.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what we need to do is we need to maybe just put a chain on.
Well, I think that's a good start.
But should we do that, or should we do?
Well, I know I like that. I kind of
But
like both.
I think it's too shiny because this is very pearly and
Oh.
very mellow. Honestly, what I think we ought to do is I think we should bead a chain out of some of this doofus here. But we can't.
What do you mean?
We can't hardly get done.
No,
in the
but what
amount of
about
time.
the idea?
But we could lay it out, and then And then I could finish it today.
Uh-huh.
And I could prove I finished it by doing it in a blog post tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
So even though I can't finish it, so here's what I think I might do. Okay, guys. I'm getting on this, and this will get finished today. I think I'll take a little piece of this, maybe and put there.
Okay.
And then I've got some other little beads, you know, and just keep going. And maybe I've got these cute little things that I can hang.
Oh.
You know, that
there
I
you
can
go.
cluster. I've got these clustery things.
Oh, I love the
you know,
things you're
going up
hanging.
this side. And then maybe coming up around. And I've got some more little these, and they're running away from me, but these little cluster things here. And maybe, or maybe I'll just do it up one side and I'll come around this side.
I think all those things have a possibility of
Well,
really
you're going to have to
good.
wait and see, but I am finishing this today. I'm finishing this today, but this gives me ideas. I sat down with it and I worked with it. I focused on it.
You may have wrestled with it, but you did not quit.
So I'm going to finish this. I am doing it when we get off camera because there's just not time now. But I want to show you when I am going to finish. Finish for sure. Right in front of your very eyes, I'm going to finish it. And it's going to be this. I got to start on it. It's been laying there in that pan, this mess of a pan. Okay. Remember these? We did these a couple weeks ago.
I remember.
Linda Cottle made the most beautiful necklace out of this. You guys really should join us. If you use my products, you really should join us to be Sue Boutique's Creative Group. Even if you don't use my stuff, you should come, and if you want to lurk, you can lurk. Because you're going to learn a lot. This is quite a group. I mean, what group has two ladies step forward and say, I think we have a problem, and I think we need to get a fire lit under us, and we're going to do this, and we're going to sponsor the products.
It's because people really care
They
about
do.
everyone's success, not just their own.
That's how it is in our place.
A very
Okay,
loving
so
place.
yes, it is a very loving place.
Nurturing.
I will not allow anything but loving kindness there. No
Thank you, Brenda.
no nastiness.
Thank you so much.
I want people to feel comfortable and realize that we're all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're all in this together and we want to be successes and we want to have a jewelry line, now we're never probably going to, well, who can say, are we never?
That would be,
You know, but
a
we're
project.
probably not going to be you know, big like Joan Rivers was, but you never know. I have known girls to buy stuff from me years back and they made the cover of Vogue. No kidding. Okay.
And how fun that must have been. To see
And you know,
them.
and it was such a joy for me, even though I never did it, to know that I was a part of their journey was awesome. Awesome, awesome thing. Okay, so I'm going to stick this on there so that I have a clasp. Okay? So now I got a
Okay.
clasp with some little curlies. Okay, that's a good idea. Are we able to get that in there, Javi? Do I need to pull this up? She's making a face, so maybe it's not showing. Now you're all bored. Was that showing in there? Okay. So you see what I did? Put a little clasp and a few little curlies. Okay, now all I need here is I need a jump ring so that I can hang it. And this, by the way, is our gold-plated bead and link chain from the website. And I don't have a number for you, but if you go to the chain,
Yeah, there's.
we only carry 4 or 5 types
Yeah,
of chain
it's not
right
hard
now.
to find that.
So you can find it. Just go to the chain section
Yeah.
under basic jewelry findings.
Take a look at this, all of them, while you're at it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll be restocking a lot of the book chain real soon. I just talked to them on the phone the other day.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. So.
I'm liking that. What you're doing, I want you to know. To me, that's just really nice.
I like to have a little finial thing on. I like something hanging on the back. I don't like to just put a clasp in there. So now let's hook it up and see what it looks like.
Good.
But this isn't done. This isn't done by no means. Oh, you remember my other piece? Remember how I stuck something here? And you remember what I put? There's been any number of you make one of these necklaces since that video. And you enjoyed that video. And I was tickled to see your completed work. I put that there. in the
That
original
color-wise
video.
really goes
And
well.
color-wise it goes really good. It's a good match. But I'm not doing that this time. Because I have one sitting right over there on a bust. It looks like that already. Was the one we did in the video, so I'm not making the same thing. Not doing the same thing twice. Okay, I'm going to put this little button here.
Oh, I like that.
And then I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to put this here
Oh.
and a few little pearls. So if you'll indulge me, I'll go ahead and do that. Now you might remember from the video where we made this, on the back, when I put this on, we're going to have some glue globs, okay? Which is not good. That's not good, neat, finished work. Even some of this wire here, I think I like to pull that down and get it a little bit neater. But I'll do that later, because I don't like to send anything out that's not finished. I like
Good
it to
reminders.
be finished. Do as finish the job as you can. So I'm going to take my E6000 and my pretty little button that I got in my big button stash this morning. I went up to Penny's. What's she call that? Farm Teaks.
It's so adorable.
That's so adorable. She has a place built right inside of her barn, and chickens are running around and everything. That's awesome.
There's a duck.
There's ducks bathing in a little pool, and it's just so cute. So now, do I glue up? Yeah, a little bit. But see, what I'll do is I'll take a little plate like I did in my other video, and I'll cover that, and then I'll put my signature there, so that no one will ever know, and it'll just reinforce it. But for now, this is how we're going to do it. Now I'm going to have to stand up to do this so that you can see what I'm doing, and I can get a good angle on it. So I don't want to make a mess. Okay. But I got an assignment. I can't leave this place today before I finish that Moon Girl.
But you can do it.
Because I said I was going to do it. And when I say I'm going to do it, I'm doing it.
Yourself. Yeah.
I'm not going to let you down, guys.
No.
If I said I'm doing it, I'm doing it.
You got some great ideas there, Brenda, on that.
Okay, and sometimes that's what it takes, you know. You could even like get some of your friends together and have them all bring their stuff they didn't finish, and have a little, and ask people, now what would you do here? What would you do here? And you know, that's actually what we do on the group a lot.
Why it's such a beneficial group.
Yeah, because a lot of times we'll post, even on our work table Wednesday, we'll post pictures of stuff in progress. These are just little no-hole pearls. I'm going to put a few in there, just because I can. Let's see how much coffee I had today. Okay. I was so tickled last night. I was upstairs working, putting some stuff on Etsy, and I had a knock at the door. I was closed. And I'm like, oh, I want to go down there. I'm done today. But I went, and here it was Ashley Owens, who is Megan's cousin, and she's getting married Saturday.
Is she?
Yeah, and she's such a beautiful girl.
She is
such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
And she says, Brenda, she goes, here's my headpiece, and I bought this off of eBay, and 2 of the big crystal stones are out.
Oh.
It's 2 days before her wedding. What's she gonna do? I'm looking at this, and these are check stones. I can get them. It's gonna take me 7 to 10 days. Can't replace them. But I had just bought a great big bag of vintage pearls.
Well.
And she needed 18 by 13 cabs, and I said, Ashley, if you can stand to have pearls here instead of those crystals, I says, I think it's going to look okay. And we put it together for her, and it looked great. And she was so happy. Because I honestly don't know, I don't know, you wouldn't even get that from a jeweler or anything. I mean, you've got to get it from somebody that deals in stones.
Yeah.
But she came here because she knew I had some old stones.
So it was less than perfect, but it was not a total
Well, actually, you know, it looked fine because it was like 9 stones going around the top on this headband that had suede on the back. It's hard to describe. It kind of had an Art Deco look to it.
Okay.
And a tie would go up underneath her hair. And the way we put them in, they look like they belonged there.
A little imagination, and you just were not.
Well, sometimes, you know, you're just right on there, you know. Sometimes I would look at that and like, geez, I don't know what to do. But it's like, I just got that bag of stones and I'm like, bag of pearls, and I'm like, yeah, we got the solution. We're going to be able to fix this. I was so thrilled I was able to help her. Because otherwise, I don't know what we would have done.
Yeah, that would have been very difficult.
Okay, this is a little messy, but I can clean it up later. But you see what I did? I made like a mini collage. And I might add a little bit of something else to that yet. Maybe a little sparkler. I don't know. Let's see. What do I got in here? What do I have? I know I had a little thing with some, oh, here's some. I wish I could get some more of these. These are vintage and I can't get any more. The little
Aw.
Tiffany set chatons.
Oh, I'm sorry about
I
that.
think I'll put that right there. Okay. Alright, maybe I'll put one up here too. Just because I can. That'll add a little bit of balance. I see 3 places I should put them for balance. Can never do too much assemblage. There's always, watching somebody do assemblage always gives you another idea. I learn something every time I do a new assemblage. Every time.
And it's a process. You don't know everything you're going to do before you start.
Yep.
It depends how the last thing you did looked.
Mm-hmm. And I always have to say, when it comes to assemblage, it all started with Wendy Gell, my friend, that I care about so much. I met many years ago.
Have you talked to her recently?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I talked to her. Not, I don't talk to her all the time. I haven't seen her in a long time, but I talked to her from time. Now, she comes on the creative group, guys. In fact, it was funny, the last time she came on the creative group, she was talking about a new project she had, and she was talking about how she uses our cuff bases and our crescents for her work. And some girl goes, "Is this really Wendy freaking Gill?"
Oh.
She's just like, yeah, it is. She couldn't believe it was really
Oh,
Wendy Gill.
funny.
She says, yeah, she's a member of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
a
don't know who's there.
number of people that are a member of our group that you might be surprised about. But I'm not one to drop names and you ain't heard that from me. Remember that? Remember
Yeah,
that
I
show
remember
on
that.
Live in Color?
Yeah.
That girl would come on with all her hair curlers on. She, I'm not one to drop names. You ain't heard that from me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I think I might have had that rerun on last night.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought,
where Jennifer
boy, is
Lopez
this-
got her start, I think. Okay, we're getting off subject as we do. But you know what?
Back on track.
I believe I finished something.
Well, Brenda, I gotta give you.
I
just
believe
that
I
quickly
finished something.
thing.
I got something for Finish Up Friday. I can take a picture of this
Yep.
and I can be on the Pinterest board.
Well, I think that you're an
Finish Up
encouragement
Friday.
to others.
Maybe I'll put a few of these up here too before I'm all done. But I'm not going to do it right now. I'm not going to bore you with that. But I'm just going to kind of show you. Wouldn't that be pretty?
Yeah.
A lot of us are doing this now. I don't know who started it. I don't know if it started with me. I kind of doubt it. But I do it a lot.
But it sure adds enough that makes it.
I
really
can't
stand
remember
out.
nothing anymore. But
Hmm?
I can't remember who started what. You know what? I don't think anybody started
doesn't
anything.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
We're all helping each other.
But, just
I
going up
love
like
that.
that. Be pretty. That's done, as far as I'm concerned. But her
You got some real good ideas. on that
sleeping
one.
maiden there,
Yeah.
she's not done yet.
No.
But she's going to get done. And by tomorrow,
Okay.
she's going to be on my blog. Because I'm going to have some time to do that. And then I'll talk some more about Finished
Okay.
Up Friday. There'll be some links there so you can
Yeah.
join us. And I'll put some links too in the description here, so there's no SKUs or anything for you
No.
this week because we just kind of yacked at you. But once in a while, you're going to get this from us because we've learned a thing or two. I've been doing this 27 years, and I also, very fortunately, was able to avail myself of some counseling along the road, and so was Donna. That helped me out a whole lot. I know not everyone can find a good counselor. Right now, I'm looking for a new one. I've never been able to replace Richard.
No.
Never.
Neither of us can.
But I learned so much, and I continue to read. And I know that whether you have ADHD like we do or not, these cognitive traps affect many, many artists
And they're probably
and
in
creative
every
people.
book.
A lot of people get to talking themselves right out of things, and I can't do it, and I'll not be good enough, or I'm afraid to show my stuff. It's not going to. Well, let me tell you what, at the Bisu Boutiques Creative Group, you're never going to get any of that, because anybody that starts with that stuff and tries to make somebody feel bad, like you're not good enough, they're gone.
And don't do that to
we,
yourself.
we love you to be there.
Yeah, don't treat yourself like that.
No.
Don't talk negative to yourself.
Don't talk bad to yourself.
No.
Love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you have no love to give others.
You know, acknowledge the fact you've had
Yeah.
so many successes.
Yes.
Build on that.
But you can't expect everything to be a success. You know, it's part of the learning process.
Yes.
You go along really good and everything's really great, and then you hit a wall, and that plateau. You know, like when you're losing weight, you hit a plateau, and then
I've
you
hit
get
plateau.
over it, and then you keep on going with your goal. So anyway, make those goals. Don't get trapped up.
We
Think
care
about
about you.
finished up Friday. Finish something. You know, clean up your work table, clean up the mess in your head, and let's get some work done, because now's the time of year artists sell things, so you got to get your stuff ready. You know, we've got to do some things here in the store too.
I've got goals.
plans.
Brenda's given me some real good assignments, and I'll
Yeah.
throw my whole self into
Yeah,
it.
so anyway, well, thanks for joining us today. I hope that we lifted you up, we made you feel better, and remember how Joan Rivers never said quit.
No.
She kept on going no matter what happened, so you can too. You can too. We'll see you next time. It'll be real soon.
Yes.
Okay, have a good day.